All right, here's the Moscone Center again. Here's where people speak. Here's where the expo floor is underneath this block. And then the Career Center takes up a little sliver up there, but you enter right there, blah, blah, blah. And Chipotle and the yummy other food is over here. Anyway, I want to street view it right here. We're going to drop street view. I'm going to stop right on the street here. And we're going to look around, and here's the entrance of the conference center. And then, oh, look, here's a picture I took. It says GDC nice and big. And I did some panorama thing. And, oh, look, there's GDC there. I told you it was on both sides of the street. Here's that street right in the middle. GDC. The cool stuff's over here. Registration's over there. And then the speakers are over in this building right here. And all the food's on the other side of that building. And blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get the cool stuff out of the way here, and then we'll talk about actually getting careers. But I know a lot of you want to go and see all the cool stuff that's at GDC. I get it. It's cool. Let me show you what pictures I took while I was at GDC. I think this was last year. Yeah, you get on the expo floor. There's PlayStation. They had a huge booth. All the major companies had huge booths. Obviously, don't know who that is. But I think the reason I took this picture is every booth's got food and swag to hand out. Swag stands for stuff we all get. People hand out candy and swag. Pretty much every booth had that. It's just booth after booth of various companies showing off their awesomeness. This is on the expo floor. Remember I said there's the expo floor and their career center. And the expo floor is where all the coolness is. Career center has a little bit of coolness, but the main goal of the career center, any of the booths inside of the career center, is to rapidly interview and find rock stars there. But this is the expo floor, and just tons of awesomeness. Awestruck the whole time you're walking around. You're like, oh, that's cool. They made that. And, oh, wow, I can take a blurry picture. And Google's there. Xbox, they had a huge booth. It's just kind of cool. It's really cool. Here's another panorama from the front. This is all underground. I mean, look at these huge, do I call these trusses, these white things? Anyway, it holds all the buildings up above. And there's this floor. This picture doesn't even give it justice. This floor is huge. You can go way back in here. There's tons of stuff way back there, way back over there. You're just seeing the front as soon as you walk in. Obviously, the prime real estate is at the front, so you're going to see the big companies at the front showing off their stuff. So. I should have taken more pictures. I didn't even think I'd use these pictures for anything, but here you go. And my students actually got to show off their game. This is their game that they're working on at a company. It's called React Games. This is called Super Dungeon Brothers. And my students' game was being showed off in the Microsoft booth. So I thought it was kind of cool. At near my university where I was teaching, we'd set our students up with enterprise projects, kind of like internships. And one of those internships was to work on this game, which was featured in the Microsoft booth. So, neater. That's kind of cool. Here's the students that actually worked on the game. And here's the game behind them. It's just fun. I told you a huge ego stroke for me is be able to help people further their career, further their knowledge, and do well. And so these students did well. And I'm extremely proud of these students. In fact, now I think about it, she's at Blizzard. He's at Havoc, but now that's Microsoft. Havoc got acquired. IGT, Google, and he's still at React Games. So really proud of all these students. One thing you'd see is inside these huge booths, inside of the major big booths. I mean, there's tons of booths out there, small ones, little ones, medium ones, but there's a few key huge ones. PlayStation was one. If I remember right, Unity had a huge one. I can't remember. But basically, these huge booths, the reason why there's a big wall around it is there's a VIP exclusive area back there where instead of just getting swag, you get like a full meal and you get to sit with all the big dogs there. And really, to get into that place is a matter of talking yourself into it. You just have to meet and talk to people. I'll talk about that in future videos. I'm not really giving you much advice here for GDC, but I want to open the eyes at least for the expo floor. And in a future video that will pop up this week, I promise, I'll talk about talking your way into some of this coolness here. But VIP, hide behind the wall. Let's go to the cool place. One of the big killer things for me at GDC is to be able to wiggle my way into parties, being able to talk yourself in the parties, because the parties is where the real networking happens. People relax. The parties are at night. Generally, everybody's drinking, so they'll say anything, and they'll say yes to anything, and so you can network with people there. I personally don't drink, but it's fun to watch everybody else drink, and then they loosen up. And I digress. Future video. Let's go.